very much, honorable members of the chair, excellencies, distinguished delegates, and observers. Good morning. As Attorney General of the Republic of Colombia, it is an honor for me to appear before the United Nations Congress on Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice to share with you how our office is leading a resolute fight against criminality and is therefore committed with defending the most legitimate purpose, the preservation of the rule of law in my country. We are also here to convey new approaches to criminal justice challenges in high complexity areas like rural in Colombia. A little over a year ago, on the 13th of February of 2020, I received the Attorney General Office amidst rampant criminality and a weakened institutional trust among citizens. And only a month later, posing an even greater hurdle, the whole world was struck by the pandemic COVID-19, limiting institutional maneuver for the sake of the protecting life and health. Colombian criminality is particularly complex. Organized criminal groups are engaged in drug trafficking, illegal mining, and a plethora of other crimes across Colombian territory and even beyond its borders. Studying a case without understanding the context is like finding a needle in a haystack. It was in the face of this diverse context that we understood, ladies and gentlemen, crime inside Colombia could not be effectively fought with theoretical dissertations, mere technicalities, or behind a desk in Bogota or capital city. We needed to get into action with a hands-on approach in the territories. We needed ourselves to get into the mountains, into the jungle, into the plains, into the rivers, and only then we will finally get inside the criminal mind and truly grasp the criminal rationale and see the scenarios behind complex cases. And so we focus our strategy in a three-pronged approach: itinerancy, coordination, and cooperation. With itinerancy, with rapid deployment itinerant units, we have been able to arrive promptly at a crime scene to collect all possible evidence and testimonies, and to request our judges provisional arrest warrants of the alleged offenders, hitting the heart of impunity. This is particularly relevant in Colombian case and might be applicable in greater part of the world, where crimes occur in the remotest places, immersed in a geographically intricate zones, objectively posing a challenge to deployment of criminal justice. I myself have traveled to visit our 35 regional office in more than 85 different trips, even in this pandemic year, to ensure the improvement and adequacy of judicial infrastructure. On the second issue, coordination, we have deployed within our office and with other institutions in Colombia, like the armed forces, the adoption of a geographical approach, providing transportation means to reach outlying areas. Last but not least, it is only through adequate cooperation that we can attack the transnationality of this organized criminal structure in order to address the money laundering and asset seizure segment of criminality. That cooperation is with a lot of countries in the world, and the front end of this criminality must be adequately complemented with a back-end and holistic approach to criminal finances, and make this a safeguard to prevent repetition, as a profitability of criminality will be severely crippled. Following this three-tier approach, we have successfully clarified in my country 71.5% of collective homicides, 62.3% of homicides against human rights defenders, 95.26% of feminicides. This has proven an increase of 14.11 and 5 percentage points respectively in comparison with 2019 and 2020. We have also issued arrest warrant for more than 9,800 individuals belonging to criminal structures operating in cities, prosecuted for micro trafficking 4,486, theft 2,376, extortion 1,439, homicide 580, and cybercrimes 228. Furthermore, we have captured 2,170 members of organized criminal groups, FARC, Clan del Golfo, ELN, and we have confiscated 373 tons of illegal substances. This result undoubtedly weaken criminal incentives and dissuade potential perpetrators, and proves that three-pronged approach is effective. I would therefore like to conclude by calling upon the international community to continue cooperating within the framework of multilateralism, a tool that has united us in a fight against the greatest threats to peace and security. Thank you very much.